Hey, what's going on, guys? And welcome to episode 13 of PGR4 Platinum Playthrough. And we are 11th place on the driver standings, and the top spot is now in sight. So we can see what we can do in this episode to narrow that gap down. But we have a qualifier in St. Petersburg to do for a major tournament. So next up is a major, and if your rank isn't high enough, you'll need to post a lap time to qualify. In the qualifier to get in. I've no idea what rank you have to be where you don't have to put a lap time in. Maybe the top few. But it looks like we need to put in a lap time again. So, what have we got to do? It's B class again. St. Petersburg, B class. What car have I not used yet? There's not that many more that I haven't unlocked in here. There's the Zonda in the Hypersports category. What? Oh, it's in St. Petersburg. I've no idea. Could use the Jag again. We only used that briefly, didn't we? And most of the others I've used. I haven't used the supercar, but it's not that quick on the straights. Could give it a go, though. 8 and 7. It's not brilliant, though, is it, really? I'm going to buy the Zonda. Let's do the Zonda. I don't know what else I got in that Hypersports pack. We'll have to see. Always forget where to go here. PGR shop. There we go. So we got the CCX, MC12, McLaren F1, Zonda F, Panos GTR1. Yeah, that's an absolutely ridiculous pack. Very, very good. So I was going to buy that eventually anyway. So it's good that we use them. Use the kudos on that. So, Zonda time. Zonda F this time. I think it's the first appearance of that. Because it was it the Zonda C12 or something in PGR2 and PGR3? But we'll go in silver because it looks better. And I think it's a good job I didn't choose the Joss because there's a big old straight on this particular track anyway. And this is the same major that we've done before in St. Petersburg. Because we have the Maserati and the Porsche RT12 again. So that's going to be a little bit difficult to catch that Porsche up. I remember it being very good. Or that RUF, you know what I mean. Well, it's a bit slidey, this Zonda, though. I think it's pretty quick, though. So hopefully we should be able to keep up with these guys. Especially in the draft zone. Now, this jump into this corner is always really difficult to not absolutely screw it up. And I've landed on top of the Maserati. That was the strangest move I've ever seen. I like bounced off him, but jeez, how about that for an overtaking move? Oh Christ, that turns in quite quick actually. Yeah, I need to get used to this. But yeah, the jumps in St. Petersburg always make an interesting race. And we do have Peter Wilson behind us, a fellow Brit. Well, I'm really not driving very well. I'm trying to get used to this. Now we've got a drag race between the Zonda and the Maserati. Both pretty quick. But he is trying to get the draft on, and it looks like he's gonna fly past if I can maybe just block him slightly. I think it's pretty even now, but he was pulling away. Oh God, what the hell just happened then? I did not touch the steering input there, and the Zonda just completely pulled to the right then. That was bizarre. That was absolutely bizarre. And again, it did the same thing. Oh no, we've got to catch this guy up. I'll just do that. Yeah. Perfectly legal overtaking maneuver. Right, getting a bit more used to this now. He says, as he did the exact same thing as the last lap. It's a very weird handling car, this Zonda. What does it remind me of that I've driven so far? I'm trying to think. We did drive something that was incredibly power slidey. Oh, the TVR. Reminds me of that TVR I've used. And I think we're far enough ahead. If I don't stack it over a jump. That Porsche's catching as well. Oh, no, you don't. I don't understand how they go over the jumps so cleanly. And whenever I go over it, my car wobbles. Bounces all over the place. Oh, there's actually 3 Brits in that race. But we qualified for the major. That's always good. And I think this one's a knockout race again. Let's have a look. Right then, so major championship. 3 street races. Zonda is a bit weird to drive, I have to say. That's not my favourite thing in the world, but it looks like these are on the main straight, these races, so I might stick with it. It's only got 6 on grip, you see. That's the issue I've got with it. We've actually nearly bought all the cars in B class. Just got the Viper, but that is really not very good. I'll stick with the Zonda, try and use it, see what happens. Right then, starting at the back. Oh, I remember this race now. I think I picked the Lamborghini last time for this in, was it C class? Or potentially, it might have been B class. It might be the Murcielago. Yes, it was, because there was the Aerial Atom in this as well. And the Ultima. But not very good off the line. It's really annoying in this game to try and use the better handling cars instead of the really quick cars. Because there's never any decent tracks for it, and that is the worst start to a race ever. Can't get used to this Zonda. Right, come on then. Let's try and catch this Enzo. I remember, actually, we came second in this one last time. So I couldn't catch the Enzo, so it might be a repeat case. Because that Enzo is very good. And I am trying to use as many different cars as possible. For your viewing pleasure. But maybe it's not always such a good idea. And that Ultima does exactly the same thing as the previous major championship there. I remember that. But we go around the corner to the other Ferrari, not the Enzo. This car is mental under braking. I don't know what the hell gets into it. Jesus, that Ultima's on a suicide mission again. It's like a martyr. Did exactly the same thing last time, I remember as well. Right, get out of the way, because I need to try and catch this Enzo up. Technically, we're qualified in this position anyway. But that 288 is flying. We only need to come in third, to be fair. So I can dart around the inside of him. Yeah, this is absolutely ridiculous, this car. Look how much quicker that 288 is. If I had a choice, I'd just use that through the entire thing. And the Enzo's not far off the pace of it as well, so that's why I came second last time in this one. Oh, frickin' hell's sake. Right. Again, sorry guys. It's that same corner I keep crashing on. I probably should have picked the XJ220 again. Right, let's try and get around this corner again and avoid the Ultima that always crashes. Oh, we didn't this time. I knew that was going to happen. Right, faster than these two at least, but just the 2 Ferraris are just too quick in a straight line. Right, so we've got the Enzo kind of in sight, but that won't be for too long, I wouldn't have thought. Right, that was the Aerial Atom that time, getting forced into the wall. That Enzo's just too quick on the straights. Oh, Jesus Christ, what am I doing? Right, we're aiming for second place again. It's a deja vu kind of feeling. Right, it is good to go down to second there, and we've got to hold off this 288 again. I remember exactly the same as before in the Lamborghini Murcielago. Exactly the same issue. You have no choice but to use the Ferraris on this one. And you try and get ahead, and he just pulls away on the any sort of straight. So we're going to go for a darting manoeuvre on the inside here, and the car loses control, pins him against the wall. This not the Enzo, sorry, this Zonda is just too slippy. Really, really don't like driving it, to be honest. Look how far ahead that's the Enzo is now. Absolutely miles ahead. 6 seconds already. Well, we saw in the last episode how good the Enzo is. Right, doing that slightly better this time, but this track is basically just straights. So we'll see how much the 288 catches us up through here. Apparently I've got the fastest lap. I don't know whether that means I got the fastest lap, as in personally, or it's the fastest lap that anyone's done. Right, doing them a bit better now. 6 seconds still. That wasn't too bad. That was a bit late on the brakes. Right, as long as we stay far ahead of this 288, that's all I'm worried about, really. Again, not nice to not come first, but is what it is. If I'm not using the better cars, then I haven't really got a choice. See, it's 6 seconds, it's staying completely the same. Anytime you make through the corners, you just lose. But we only needed third place, so... Oh, that's better than nothing. 6.7 seconds, yeah. It just stayed the same after I started driving okay. So... we'll take that. At least we go through to the next round. Better than nothing. And we'll go to the next stage. And again, we have a long straight on here in the semi-final now with 6 players. And we've got the Enzo again. Oh yes, the 4 Ferraris, I remember this one. And we just completely get destroyed at the start of the race, I remember. And then we've got to try and stay ahead through the technical sections. You basically need one of these two to do well in this major. Oh my god. God, they're just pushing me all over the place now. Right, what targets have we got? Second place. I really could have done with being ahead there. Jesus, that 288 flew then. This car under braking is awful. This is such a challenge. Oh my god. Look how much time you lose on the straights. It's actually mental. Right, managing to get past these guys. Come on. There are some corners here, so if I can drive, okay. Oh, but there's a massive straight down here, isn't there? And that was an awful corner. My God, I think I need a better start to have any hope. Because you need to block them off on the straights. Yep, gonna have to do that. I really don't help myself, do I? I should just pick the best cars each time. But then that's no fun, is it? Got to try them all out, see how they do. Right, they're going 3 abreast down there. That should be interesting. I hate braking in this car. It just goes absolutely all over the place. So unstable. Really weird. But at least we're ahead on this bit now. Oh, Christ. Spoke too soon. God, I just cannot get a break. Right, for some reason they all sort of crashed into each other there. That gave me a bit of time to get back into it. Even with drafting, I'm not staying with them. Right, come on. Second place. That's what we need. God, I hate this car. I don't want to use this again after this. This is really not nice to drive. Oh God, we've got 2 of these 288s coming now. I can't block them both. Let's block this one. Right, the Zonda's better as it goes through the gears, so now we're actually starting to catch up. So it's better at top speed, but the 288s just absolutely fly. Oh Christ. Oh, we've got 4 laps of this as well. It's not exactly short, is it? Come on, let's get the heads in the game. The acceleration is just too good on that. Or nearly did exactly the same thing as the previous lap. Right, that felt better in 3rd round there. Much better round there. The acceleration of those GTOs is unbelievable. Oh God, how do I keep doing that? That was absolutely awful, and he's going to go around the inside now. I keep braking too late and sliding as well. That is completely my own fault. Right, so this should start catching up now, as it did last time. Zonda in 5th gear. Well, this GTO is absolutely going for it. God, they're all there now. It's that swarm of angry bees again. This is actually intense. Not even on the final lap yet. Right, that was okay through there. They're not going away. I'm staying a bit wider this time to avoid hitting the wall. In second gear, it just slides. You cannot stop it. Right, so we're coming down the straight for the final lap. Or to go on to the final lap. And we have quite a few kudos, at least. It's one good thing. Even though it doesn't actually count to anything, does it, in the qualifiers? Or the majors, sorry, I forgot about that. Right, that was okay around there. Get some ground between them on that section. Not out of the woods yet, though. Oh my god, that was just awful. Oh god, this is going to be a tense last lap. I just need to come second, so I don't need any stupid mistakes. There's too many areas where I will make the mistakes, though. Right, that was okay through that. And again, taking that poorly, sliding around it. Come on. Last straight. The finish should just be here. Yes. Right, no spinning out as well. Oh, that was a tense race. There's too many straights on that for my liking. Oh, right. Finally managed to come first. Very difficult in the Zonda. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of driving that, but at least we've got into the final now. Right, so we're in this more technical race. 4 players in the final, so hopefully we should be able to stay ahead. Hopefully. Because there's not too many straights for that Ferrari to wind up on. And obviously he gets the better start. And he's going to fly ahead now. I'm expecting that XJ220 to sort of catch up as well on the straights. Because that's a bit of a rocket. Oh, I think I braked too late. No, I'm alright actually. Yep, the XJ220 is right behind us. This guy's going for a savage lunge. That was absolutely terrible. Christ, he wants to get in first. I'll do the same thing around here. And they've swapped positions now, so that XJ should drive a little bit better now than the third position Ferrari. Oh, it's that Stephanie person. She was in the XJ on the Nürburgring. Now, I've got an issue because both of these cars are very quick. I'm a bit disappointed in the Zonda's straight line speed, actually. Okay, we've got a little bit of distance now. Christ. I'm trying to remember where I'm going. I do remember this track now. Don't know what the quickest route or racing line is around here, though. Right, nearly one lap done. And we've got a bit of breathing space now, which is always nice. Yeah, should be alright. As long as we don't spin out, which is always my famous last words. Because it usually means I spin out straight away. Again, under brake in this car is really unpredictable. That was a bit better than the last lap. Still not brilliant though. Awful. I went down to first gear, wasn't sure if I was supposed to do that. And this bit's really tricky. Especially in B and A class cars. And I tried to go further on the inside there and crashed into the opposite barrier that time. And they are catching up on this bit. Due to my incredibly poor driving. I don't know how that was a great corner. That was slow and just not good. And oh, I don't know what I was doing there. I was looking at my gears. Yep. This has been an awful lap so far. Concentrating now, right. Pulling away slightly on this bit now. I think that's probably a slightly better line, not cutting it as much. The Zonda's not too bad at the low speed stuff. Again, you can see it's just drifting all over the place though. But there we go. That's 50 points in the bag. And we started in 11th. I don't know if we're going to move up any positions, but at least that's the major done. There's not many majors in this game, is there? Is there only 3? I'd have thought they'd have put more variety in. But second time we've won that, and they've just called it the major. It doesn't have a name to it. And we do go up 1 position to 10th place, and obviously all these guys increase their points as well. I think that guy was in it, that Jacek, and Stephanie there was in it. So we do go up to 10th though, 897. So still going to take a while to catch these guys up, but we are slowly moving up the leaderboard. And we finished Season 2, so we're going into Season 3 with Rating Master Rank 10 and 207,000 kudos. So we're back in Asia, I assume. We are, and we can skip this because we've seen this about 1,000,000 times. And this is us choosing the difficulty again, just asking us if we're happy with our current difficulty, which we are. And we've got 4 championships to do, or to choose from, should I say. When does it start on the calendar? It does start in September. It runs through from September to whenever we finished. It might have only been December, actually. But Shanghai, hot lap, cone sprint, street race, cone sprint. Timed run. And that is looking complicated in the A class. And street race. Shanghai. So there are some streets in Shanghai. It's quite trying to think what the word I'm trying to think of. It's quite deceiving. That is it. And we have a lot of cars to choose from here. In fact, we've nearly bought all the cars. The Caparo's pretty good, to be honest, to use. I could use that. I have got enough kudos for it. Let's have another look. It's always hard, so I'm never sure what to use. Hot lap, cone sprint, street race. cone sprint. Is there any... There's no sliding needed, is there? I need to check this because I always pick the wrong car. So it's just street races, and I'm tempted to use the CLK because it's very planted. And obviously the McLaren, the CCX, the SSC, and even the Gumpert are better to use on longer tracks where you can really ramp up the speed. I'm going to use the Mercedes. Let's go with that. And again, you can choose it in silver or red, but I just don't think it looks good at all in red. Go with silver. Right, so a hot lap. And 104 is the target to beat. And now some of these tracks have got really long straights. But I'm hoping the majority of them won't, so we can do all right in this car. Oh, it's so much better to drive than the Zonda already. Get used to this a bit more. Yeah, absolutely no drama in this thing. It's always been Mr. Reliable in all the PGRs. Oh, just hit some water there. That was not fun. Right, so minute 4. Well, I do want to win this one, but there's water all over the place. And I'm in 6th place, which is not encouraging. But we've got 3 laps, so I've got to make sure to restart and remember to do that if I don't succeed. And quite far off the pace. 5th place. This might be quite difficult. Ah, oh, bloody hell. Try that again. Right, see if we can do better this time. I don't think that starting thing's very helpful. A rolling start, whatever you call it. Right, it's better through there. Oh, it's nearly alright. I think that's alright. It was only nearly a second behind there. And again, I'm hitting that water. I really just want to drive in the dry all the time. This rain and snow is really annoying me on this game now. You're definitely in the snow and rain more than you're in the dry. Right, that's a little bit better through there. Still learning it though, so quite far behind the pace still. 4th place, went up 1 position. Alright, come on. That's a hard corner, that one. Oh, exactly tied with 1st place. That's ridiculous. Tried to brake early, still went over to the left-hand side when I braked. Oh, just behind in 2nd place. I'll take 2nd if I can get 2nd. Yes, 1st place. Get in there. That was fairly difficult, actually. And I could try and get more kudos, but in this thing, Might not be the easiest thing to do. I don't think we need too many kudos, really. Anymore. We haven't got that many car packs left to buy. There's loads of bikes to buy, though. That's really hard to judge, that corner. And not really getting the most in-game kudos here, but oh well. I don't think that's any quicker than last time. Oh, it is slightly quicker. 2 tenths, nearly 3 tenths quicker. But not too bad. Quite difficult with the wet patches on that race, but the Mercedes is so planted and so easy to drive that makes our life a lot easier. So I think this is a good pick for this championship. And we get nearly 16,000 kudos. Let the leaderboard do its thing. Chinese Masters. I don't think we've done this one before. So at least we'll hopefully see some new events. And moving on to number 2. There's a couple cone sprints in this one. And there's 3 laps in this one. Now I think they've changed position, so that's good for us. That's Pepe in the Koenigsegg. I don't think he came second in the last one. I think it was the McLaren. So 3 minutes 18 to beat. I'm hoping it's going to be a good car for the cone sprints. But obviously, I don't know what the hell's going on with these tracks. So we'll just focus on not hitting anything. But it kind of means I don't want to go too quickly because of stuff like this. Right, let me just learn the... oh, crap. Oh, over to the left. Just learn the track. And then we'll go back for another lap or another restart. Now, in this lighting, it feels really difficult to see the cones. And if I didn't hit the cone, I'd probably be in first now. Where the hell am I going? Over this way, apparently. Right, I'll start that again. I'm not sure where I was there. The best bet with these races, though, is to not get any penalties and just see how you do. Because I've been fooled before by the positioning on these cone sprints, where it says you're in first place when actually you're not. That was absolutely awful. But we didn't get a penalty, so we'll carry on. Oh, dear me. That is so hard. And there's water there as well. Right, come on then. Take it a bit easier around that corner. Right, this corner's a bit sharp. So that's better through there. Nearly hit the other cone, though. Right, so around this bit. That's just as fast as I want to go around there, really. Just because of all that water. We'll go over to the left here. Even in this really stable car, it's still hard in the wet. Right, and this bit's fairly charitable with the width. Apparently I'm in first. That's me driving incredibly cautiously. And I did the same thing as on the other lap. God, these are really challenging. Ooh. Bit tighter than I was anticipating. Apologies if I don't talk much, because these require a lot of concentration. Like, one of these corners was quite... Yeah, it's this one, where you can drive fairly quick around it. Ooh, did I hit that? Don't think so. And I always go wide here. I keep forgetting about that. Oh, a bit of lag there. I think we're in front. Bit late on the brakes there. Oh Christ, that water always terrifies me. Which I didn't think I'd ever say that sentence. Come on then. We've done well so far, let's not ruin it. Ooh. Come on, that's got to be first, surely. See, I have no idea what that means. 3 minutes 11. So, at least we got first. That end screen where it tells you what position you are, I don't get what that means at all. Doesn't make any sense to me, but this is the one we want to see. 7 seconds in the end, so not too bad. But that does mean we could only hit like maybe 2 cones and do exactly the same lap as that, so there's not too much room for error. But I think as I restarted, the McLaren F1 shifted to 2nd place. So that's quite bad for us, because it means he's still fairly close, only 6,000 kudos off. But moving on to number 3. So there is another cone sprint further down the line, but this might be another street race or timed run or something. Right, apparently we're in the People's Race, and the Ultimate Aero starts in first. And the F1's quite far down that list, and I don't really know if I've been on this track. It seems to be a big square. 4 laps of a big square, and if it does have a long straight, we're in trouble because of a few cars in this this race. Oh, there's the Ultimate Aero. It's already died, has it? Or is it miles in front? No, it has died. It must have got a bad start. And we've got the a bike in first place. Koenigsegg in third, sorry. Toyota in second. God, I'm getting all these positions wrong. Why did I start describing first place and then third place? That was a weird order. Oh, crap. This is a short race, jeez. Right, I need to actually put my driving head on. And you don't need to change down there. What am I doing? Oh, that was a bit squeaky bumhole. Some of these laps or the corners are deceiving, but we have got better acceleration than these two. That's the first time I've seen a bike in first place in a while in a street race. Right, you don't need to brake here so much. Yeah, it's alright. Oh, God. I do remember this track now. We did this at the very start of the game. in, I think it was the Stingray in F-Class. However, it is a hell of a lot shorter in the A-Class, obviously. Because I think we're nearly on the final lap, are we? That was much better through there. And we've got a healthy lead now. Fastest lap. Again, not sure if that's my fastest lap, my personal one, or the fastest one in the race. There are some difficult corners in this. Some of them you can fly full speed round, and some of them you've got to brake quite harshly. Like that one there. It's really hard to judge to get inside on the apex. Perhaps I'm braking too late. And there we go. Actually quite comfortable in the end. This car smashed that. That's perfect. Because there's not long enough straights for the top speed to come into play. Even though it's not too bad, because it is the Super Sport. It's definitely over 200. It might be like 205 or 210. But yeah, it's certainly not on par with some of the other cars. And the Ultimate Aero did make its way back to second place. And the McLaren came in 6th, which is very good. For the leaderboard, as you can see, he barely got anything. Koenigsegg, it's probably going to jump to, no, stays in 3rd, and we're quite far ahead in 1st now. So that's halfway through. We'll see what's next. So we have another cone sprint. Oh, the joys, but it's only 1 lap. So that's a little bit better, and the target's 124, so that's much shorter. So I'm happy about that, but that also means that probably the cone's going to be all over the place. That's a good start, isn't it? Oh, God. Right, now, there was water on that corner, so I've got to watch for that. Right, which corner was it? It's this one. Oh, that just completely takes the car. The only problem with this is, I don't know if we can see we're in 1st place very easily. Till like the very end. Did I hit that? No. Oh, it's the same glitch again where I lose the kudos, but I don't get any time penalties. Jeez, I'm going through here a bit too quick. And again, no time penalties. There you go. You have to properly hit it to get a penalty. Oh, this is a tough little lap, this one. Right, now I have to watch out for that water again. That's dodgy as hell. There it is, already turned in, anticipating it. Right, not so bad round here. This is a bit tight though for my liking. Crap. Again, didn't get a penalty, just hit it though. Which is really strange, I don't know why that mechanic's in the game. But, carry on. Very bad round there. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, Christ, there's a lot of water there. Oh, still no penalty. What is going on? Yep, I didn't know what was coming there. This is very weird. I've hit a lot of cones in that. Gonna fly through here. Somehow won that 5 seconds. By 5 seconds, but I hit the cone a few times in that and just lost my kudos, so it's really strange. I'd have thought as soon as you hit a cone slightly, you should get a penalty. But obviously there's some lenience in that. I don't know how they determine how that happens. The cone must have to like fall over or wobble or something, I don't know. But we don't care because we came first. Not exactly the prettiest lap, that one. And the McLaren comes in second again. But we're miles ahead now, 20,000 kudos, so we should be all gravy. And I think there's a couple street races possibly next. No, we have a timed run first, and then a street race. 2 minutes 44. This is a long old track. I wouldn't really call that a rolling start either. I quite like Shanghai though. It's quite a nice little track. Or city even. There's some nice tracks in the city. That's what I meant. Water everywhere, all the time. Oh god, it's so annoying. Wherever they put this bloody water, it's always just in the worst place. I don't mind it being wet. I don't mind you sliding a little bit, but the puddles of water, I actually do wish they removed that from the game, because I don't like it at all. I think it's just silly. Anything that stops you driving, so it's completely out of your control, like the water and ice patches, I think they should remove them. Oh god, this is not a good lap so far. Definitely a new track though. Don't recognise any of this. And not a good lap so far. Yeah, I doubt we're going to do this just because of that crash earlier on. And now we're on a big straight. This is bad news. Well, we are in first somehow. And again, the water playing a part there. It increases your braking distance by so much. This is completely new. I don't think we've ever driven around Shanghai quite this much, but I recognise the different parts of it, just not all together in one track. Like we just did this corner in the previous race, but then we didn't go this way, we carried straight on to the finish in the other race. Oh no. Oh, we're fine. 5 seconds. Again with the difficulty spikes, very weird. The longer the timed run, the more lenience there is for some reason, as we saw from the Nürburgring. I think I was 30 seconds ahead of that target, so usually the shorter tracks are harder. But who came second in that? Probably the McLaren. Yep, Calvin Barnes again. We can skip that. Only one more stage to do. Does that mean that we've technically won already? Yeah. Even if we come last, they can't catch, so that's good news. And I think the last one is a street race. But hopefully we can get close to 100,000 credits or kudos. Right, so street race. 3 laps. I don't get the order of the street race because that ultimate error is in first again. Not really sure how they worked that one out, but starting on a straight. And this looks very new as well, so we might be surprised. Okay, we've got a bit of traffic here. I don't know why everybody came to a stop then. And again, water playing a part. But because the ultimate error is in front, that gives us a good chance to catch up because it's not very good around the corners. Crazy on the straights. as long as it has time to wind up enough. Even with the, there you go, in 4th gear, you see it starts to really pull away. I do want to use this in the career mode, but you need the right track, really. I'd definitely use it in New York on the bridges. Or the Nürburgring, actually. I'd give it a go on the Nürburgring. Hopefully not in the snow, though. I mentioned it enough times in the previous episode that I didn't like it. This is technical. Very technical. But I'm not sure how big any of the straights are on here, so we should be alright. This corner, it's always hard to judge. Leading into this corner. That was alright round there. I forgot about that bit completely. And now I don't know where I'm going. And the ultimate error's quite a lot, but we're coming around from the second lap. Right, nice run there. 2 great corners in a row, and we've got some distance now. Yeah, I could have gone way quicker through there. That was very weird on the first lap, where everyone went really slowly around there. I'm braking far too much around these corners. I just don't want to crash. That was good, though. I don't even know what that flag is in second place. Couldn't tell you. Someone let me know what flag that is. That Leo QO. Be interesting to know. Not going too bad so far. Really enjoyed using this car though. Still a few I want to use though in the A class. Car in F1, the Ultimate Aero. I do kind of want to use the panels as well, but obviously you need to use it on the right track because of that top speed limitation. And what else is good to use in there? Oh, the Caparity one as well. Supposedly the best car in the game because they've got it in a pack on its own, which is more expensive than any of the other packs. So, yeah, there's a few cars I still want to use. But we've got the arcade mode as well, so potentially if there's any A-class series to do in that, I could use one of those cars. But I'm sure we've got a few more of these to go, championships. It'll flip between A and B class, though. That's the problem we got. I'm trying to think what else I haven't used in the A class. Because I use the Radical. There's a Murcielago, which is average as well. And other than that, I've used quite a few of them. And obviously we've got the bikes as well, which I don't fancy using until I have to. But we have a nice little gap now. And yeah, this game does look amazing. Got a bit of time to look at the distance, in the distance. A lot of attention to detail for such an old game, and I need to pay attention to the road, really. And we're not too far away from the finish now, I don't think. Don't know if we'll go up another position after this. But we might. We might go down to single figures on the leaderboard for 9th place. Depending on whether the person above us earned any points this time. And nearly there now. Ooh, bit of slow down through there. And there we go. Across the line. Great car to use for this one. One of the best, I'd have thought. Just because of how quickly you can get it around the corners and stuff. But not quite up to 100,000 kudos in the end. But miles ahead in first place still. 97,000 it's going to be. Possibly 98, depending on if it rounds up. No. Nearly 98. So we'll take that, 100%. Don't really need too many more car packs, but 40 points in the bag. Let's go. See what that does for us on the old leaderboard. Right, so we've won the Chinese Masters. Always good to see. And we do indeed shoot up to 9th place. But as you can see, Calvin Barnes seemed to jump up ahead of that Jacek guy. So there's an interesting theory that I was told that every other championship, the AI gets some points or something like that. So for example, that Jacek competed last time, so he got points, but then this time he didn't get points. That was pointed out to me by Stefan. So that's an interesting theory. It seems to be the case, as Calvin Barnes has jumped ahead of this guy who seems to have not got any points this round, and then next time Jacek will get points and Calvin won't. So that's a good theory, because yeah, we're actually 153 points behind. Yeah, 153 points behind. So we're closing it, even though they still earn their points. We are closing the gap. That's very nice. 305,000 kudos to spend. And we'll end this episode with an invitational to start next time, which didn't make any sense. What I meant to say is we'll start next episode with an invitational. This is the end of this episode. That makes more sense. And yeah, 9th place. We're getting there. So, thanks all for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed as always. And I'll see you in the next episode.